What's up? Welcome back. This is Cedric Lee Bradley. Welcome to my channel, Backstage. I am back after a long break. It has been a long journey. I have been in Germany doing Chicago, playing the MC in that production, which was an amazing experience, but I'll get back to that at another time. But I would like you to hit that subscribe button so we can get into this Rihanna's SavageXFenty Volume 3 show, which took me like 3 days to go over, get through, look at it. It was just too much. And there's so much to say about this production, so hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back right after this to get into the SavageXFenty Volume 3 Rihanna show. Boom.
Music, fashion, inspiration, creativity, elevating your dreams to a lifestyle and beyond just an activity.
What's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Cedric Lee Bradley from Backstage, and we're going to get into Rihanna's Fenty Savage show, Volume 3 show 2021. This one hit me at a very important point in my career. I've been in show business and theater for 30 some years now, but seeing this show really took me to a point to really kind of understand what borders they were pushing with this production. There's so much rule breaking. They break rules at an important point in show business and dance, and pushing the borders and making changes from the types of dancers you see. Sizes, skinny, fat, pregnant, black, white, Japanese, Chinese, African, Hispanic, Latino. It's just on another level where they made everyone feel included in this production. I mean, if you're out there and you're fighting to find your way as a performer, then this is definitely an eye-opener. The most important thing, I think, for me as an outsider who's been in the business, who has some insight to what's being presented, is a lot of those dancers I know from just watching over the last 4 or 5 years in other choreographers' classes in LA or in New York. And these dancers have been able to build careers literally by just being in class, building up a fan base, building up a following. And these people have built careers over the 5-6 years that they've been invested in partaking in other classes with other choreographers and getting their faces seen and building followers. So it has been amazing to watch what they've done visually. It's breathtaking. Choreographically, Parris Goebel is just a genius. I mean, there's no other way to label her other than genius. Her work is just so, she takes no prisoners in her concept and thinking of what, she goes outside the limit of what we know as traditional 4 walls presentation of a number or a perspective. The camera team, there are 150 dancers, performers in this piece, from Ricky Martins to Cindy Crawford to Normani, just endless names full of amazing people. But I think I'm gonna have to break this down into different sections and different videos because there's just so much to approach. The camera angles, the drones that they use, that they've choreographed basically or staged this production on either runways or in a circle or in a dome, and taking the audience to a place where you always are being held at such a high level of intensity because they really keep you engaged with how they approach the filming. Because we know we get quite used to the brain. We've been fed so much information on a regular basis that we don't have a general sense of surprise. There's no surprise to what we see these days. Everything's kind of sort of cookie cutter formulated, and now I've seen there's quite a few directors and choreographers who are really changing the scope of how we see things, and that has been an amazing thing to watch. Very inspiring, because I was having a moment after my last production thinking, what do I want to see? What do I want to do? What inspires me? And it wasn't until I saw this actual clip that it actually was just like that light bulb that you need when you're searching for that click that you need to kind of go, oh, you simply just need to be you, do your thing, It's such a difficult thing that you hear quite often in this industry, where we are basically, as performers, pretty much put in a cookie cutter situation where either you have to fit this body type, this height, this look, this hairstyle, this color of black, or this color of that nationality, just to fit in a certain group. And they really made me understand how change can be crucial to the entire industry just with one production. They really took a risk. Rihanna, I was watching an interview with her about this production, and the interviewer asked her if she knew that she was being that inclusive when she cast the production. And she said she didn't really realize until after the fact, until they were rolling in production, that she really realized, oh, we are doing something here that's really gonna make a difference, because she wanted her fans to be represented in her work. She wanted to make people understand that without the fans, without the supporters, without the people who do buy and do support, are at the gigs, and those people want to see themselves somehow included in what we see today. I mean, the industry is quite rapidly changing about inclusivity. So that's really such a wonderful thing to see. The thing that struck me the most as a choreographer, one, you have the choreography, which is amazing, but bringing in those performers who then are so on point and so on another level that they raise that choreography to a whole nother sphere. They really, you can watch the snippets from the rehearsal phase before the actual performance. I think she has a team of her girls who actually she workshops her choreography on, and then you see the clip on the guys or the girls, and it's just, what's the word? Game changing. It's just another level. It's not always a mixture of, and it's just hip hop and or street dance. It's another dialogue. It's another language. I've seen her work over the years. I've watched her work so much, but she has a way of taking an expression, turning that expression into a movement. So it's not necessarily making a step for a step's sake. She can take a this and make that a step and or a transition that then becomes something so next level in its presentation, if you have the right caliber of performers. Because the dancers in this production are not just dancers. Everyone is extra special in the individuality. It's really something, if you understand dance, or if you've been a dancer or a choreographer, if you have an overview of what it technically takes to create something like that visually, because choreography for stage is completely different from film. So to achieve that kind of status, achieve that kind of visual excellence is very difficult to do. They've done an amazing job. Over 150 performers, crew and team, and hours spent filming, pre-filming, choreographing on set, checking. There's so much that goes into that. Working on set, working on pre-choreographing, working with the stars, pre-setting those lights, getting the camera angles, getting the drone angles. Not traditionally filming it on a direct shot takes great lens of preparation and organization and teamwork. So I have to give her props for just doing an amazing job, and her team. You have to selectively connect yourself with all the right people who can think outside of the box, who can visualize things that most people would be probably afraid to do, and go, let's just go with this and test drive to see where we can go. Does that angle work? How can we make this work? It's possible. Everything is possible if you have the person who kind of has the right way in finding out how to get to that point. So check out Rihanna's Fenty Savage Volume 3 2021 show. Boom!